Empty stadiums and streets show the serious effect the pandemic is having everywhere. The combat world has been temporarily rocked. So how have the major players responded? The UFC's first announcement was that the fight night headlined by Leon Edwards and Tyrone Woodley in London was to be moved to the UFC's private Apex Arena in Vegas. Half the card collapsed due to travel restrictions, and during the scramble to rebook flights, Nevada banned all combat until March 25th at the earliest. This forced the UFC's hand, and they canceled their next 3 cards: Edwards-Woodley in London, Ngannou Rozenstruik in Columbus, and Overeem Harris in Portland. They also shut down their offices and Performance Institute until the end of the month. Fight fans immediately all thought the same thing. What about Khabib and Tony? Uncle Dana was adamant that the mythical matchup, scheduled for April 18, that has already been booked 4 times, would still happen no matter what. This fight is going to happen, White said. No crowd, whatever it takes. It probably won't even be in the United States, but this fight is going to happen. For their part, One Championship has rescheduled this weekend's Heart of Heroes card in Vietnam to June 26th. They have also pushed all of their upcoming events behind closed doors for the time being. One CEO, Chatri Sichidong, announced on Twitter that all events would be audience-free, effective immediately. No time frame for the change has been mentioned. Bellator canceled their most recent card and were scheduled for a 2-month break regardless, so at this stage, they are relatively unscathed. Boxing has been progressively shut down completely. First, New York canceled large gatherings. Then, both California and Nevada's athletic commissions banned all combat sports from the states. Top Rank and PBC then canceled all events planned for March and April. While PBC only had 2 fights during this time, it does mean the Naoya Inoue John Riel Casimero fight, booked for April 25th, has been postponed. In the UK, Matchroom head Eddie Hearn went into detail about the effect the virus is having on the fight world. Although he has a lot of fights in the pipeline that face serious disruption, no one is more vulnerable than the fighters themselves.
And don't forget, fighters, they don't go to work every day and get paid. They get paid when they fight. So people have got to provide for their families. People have got to, achieve their goals and what they've been working for the last 9 or 10 weeks. So it's a bad situation, particularly for the fighters.
But he reiterated that he was planning for all of his fights to continue unless canceled by higher powers.
March 28th, April 4th, everything goes ahead. Again, all these shows that have been cancelled in America yesterday have been done so by either the government or the state or the local athletic commission. So until the British Boxing Board of Control, until the government particularly, and the board will be led by the government, give us a conclusive answer to events, everything goes ahead as planned.
But a couple of days later, Eddie got his conclusive answer, as the Board of Control canceled all public boxing until early April. Matchroom subsequently followed their American colleague and canceled all bouts in March and April. The second round of Olympic boxing qualifiers were also being held in London and threw up shock after shock. The first big surprise was former champion Delphine Persoon losing her opening round fight to Greece's Nicoletta Pita. The second shock was a last-minute decision to close the trials to the public on the second day. It was a decision that seemed too late for some who had come to compete from the more precautious countries.
I'm really surprised because England is organizing everything. England is open, but we in Norway are closed. Everything is closed. People cannot come out from their houses.
Shortly after deciding to go behind closed doors, the IOC Boxing Task Force suspended the event completely. It had been due to run for another 6 days. The BTF will continue to evaluate the situation daily, aiming to complete the distribution of the remaining Tokyo 2020 boxing quota places in May and June, said the task force in a statement. These are trying times for everyone. Good luck and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, and remember, If you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.